Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's the weekend review, and there is no better place to start than at the London Stadium. West Ham 1, Chelsea 5. I predicted a very comfortable 3-1 win for Chelsea in this game, and it turned out to be an easier win for Chelsea, 5-1. Now, I know it's just West Ham. This is not a true test of that Chelsea team. There are more difficult games to come where we can really tell where the team are at. They did what they had to do regardless. It was a very commanding win and a good day out for the boys. A wonderful goal from Paqueta started the game. João Pedro equalized for Chelsea. Goals from Neto, Enzo, Caicedo, and Chalobah ultimately decided the game for Chelsea, but it was, like I said, it was a comfortable run out. Palmer was injured during the warm-up, and it's just been confirmed that he will be out till we return from the international break. So Chelsea will have to do without Palmer in the next game. Next up is Manchester City 0, Spurs 2. Now, I knew this was always going to be a difficult game. I predicted a 2-2 draw, but I'm not surprised whatsoever about this result. Spurs are looking really good, especially at the back. First half goals by Brennan Johnson and Palhinha sealed the deal from Spurs. It was a very commanding performance from Spurs as well. They dominated the game, and Pep's men ultimately ran out of ideas. Great performance from Vicario in Spurs' goal. There was a really good save he made in the first half from Marmoush, and if that had gone in, I think this would have been a very different game. But my man of the match was Palhinha. 1 shot on target, 1 goal, 100% of his area duels. It was just a boss in the midfield. Next up is Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. I predicted a 2-1 win for Bournemouth, and yet again, I wasn't surprised by this result. A deflected goal from Tavernier in the first half, in the 4th minute actually, settled this game finally. And then in the second half, a red card for Wolves Gomez didn't help things as well. It just made it easier for Bournemouth to see out the game. It was just a routine win for Bournemouth, 1-0. No surprises there. Next is Brentford 1, Villa 0. Now, this was a surprise for me because I predicted a 2-1 win for Villa, but a debut goal from Ouattara settled this game. Villa dominated this game with about 76% of the possession, but they really couldn't create much. They couldn't link the midfield with the attack. There was not much service for Watkins as well, so it was a frustrating day out for them, and in the end, they just couldn't break Brentford down. For Brentford, this was a wonderful win, home win. I think everyone expected them to lose this game. They came out winners, and well deserved as well, I would say. Next up is Burnley 2, Sunderland 0. This was another surprise for me. After the thumping of West Ham by Sunderland in the first week, I think everyone was expecting Sunderland. Well, not everyone, but most of us were expecting Sunderland to come out as winners here. But Scott Parker's men showed why they were one of the best teams in the championship last season. It was a very good win for them. Very clinical, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Goals and assists from Colin and Anthony ultimately ensured the win for the Clarets. That means all promoted sides have at least won 1 game before Manchester United. Next is Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Just like I predicted it was going to be a win for Arsenal, I predicted a 3-1 win for Arsenal, and I also predicted Gyökeres to score his first goal, and he indeed got 2 goals in this game. It was a powerful result for Arsenal, but the highlight of this game for me was the unveiling of Eberechi Eze. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but that walk onto the pitch was iconic. Like, it was really nice to see. I never wanted him to go to Arsenal, but I don't think anyone can hate on this signing. You could see that this is really a dream come true for the lad, and you can tell he will do special things at that club. He's just a very likable guy and a wonderful player as well. So back to the game. It was a routine one for Arsenal, but it came with some injury troubles for the Gunners as well. Saka and Odegaard went out injured, but goals from Timber, Gyökeres and Saka sealed the game for Arsenal. And a special debut appearance for the 15-year-old Max Daumann was the icing on the cake for the Gunners. He came in and won the penalty for Gyökeres' second goal. So overall, it was a good day out for Arsenal, apart from the injuries. And it's just been confirmed that Saka will be out for at least 3 weeks. Next is Crystal Palace 1, Forest 1. I predicted a narrow win for Forest in this game, but I'm not surprised by this result. It was an even game, although Palace had the better chances to score in this game, but pretty much it was a fair result. Goals from Ismaila Sarr and Hudson-Odoi on either side settled the game. Even without Eze, Palace is still a team to be reckoned with. I've told you guys here countless times how much I rate Crystal Palace's manager, Glasner. He's such a wonderful manager. I think they have to back him now. They have to do everything they can to bring more players for him. Now that they are in Europe, they are going to need more players on the books so they don't suffer in the league. So hopefully within the next few days of the window, we're going to see some really good business for Palace. Next up is Everton 2, Brighton 0. Now, this was a result I got spot on. Well, not the scoreline. I predicted a 2-1 win. It was a win for Everton because I knew that they were going to do everything possible to get a win in their first game at the new stadium. I knew it. I knew they were going to turn up. If I was a betting man, I would have put all my money on this game because it was like the surest game of the week. Grealish provided both goals for Ndiaye and Ghana, and Pickford ensured he finished with a clean sheet after saving a penalty from Welbeck. It was just a perfect game for Moyes' men. Next is Fulham 1, Manchester United 1. I predicted a 2-1 win for Manchester United in this game, but in the end, I can't say I'm surprised by this result. United were very poor as usual against a mid-table team. When it comes to the big games, United turn up. They turn up and they play very well. Even if they lose like they did against Arsenal, everyone could tell they were the better side. But when it comes to these mid-table teams, that is where United fans are worried because they just dropped the ball, and they did that again in this game. They were lucky not to lose this game. Fulham was the better side and they deserved the win. But Fulham won't feel bad about the draw either, but it was a game they should have won. United had a penalty that should have never ever been a penalty. I really don't know what's wrong with the officiating in the Premier League these days, but it's not looking like it's going to get better anytime soon. That should have never been a penalty, and rightly so. Fernandes missed the penalty, skied the ball. Bruno had a very terrible game. He was just frustrating to watch. If I was a United fan, I would have been so angry in this game. It seemed like his mind was elsewhere. Apart from the penalty miss, in the game he was complaining. I think there was a time he had the ball and he was complaining about something to another player, and someone just came and took the ball from him. He looks like he doesn't want to be there. And I think for United fans, I really don't know what you guys think, but I think you would do better without Fernandes. Ship him off to Saudi, get 100 million and invest that somewhere else. I really think they will do better without him. Just my opinion. And lastly, the most exciting game of the week. They really left the best for last on this one. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 3. What a game. What a game. This game had everything. A red card, goals, potential comeback against all odds, and a magical night for a teenager. This was really a classic Premier League game, I tell you. Newcastle started the game very well. They took the game to Liverpool. They were pressing. They were winning all the duels. But then, in the true style of a big team, Liverpool scored against the run of play. Things got worse for Newcastle at the end of the first half when Gordon was sent off for his challenge on Van Dijk. At the start of the second half, even before the coaches got back to their bench, there was a goal from Ekitike to make it 2-0 for Liverpool. And at that point, I think everyone thought it was over. It's going to be 3 or 4-0. Liverpool are just going to cruise control. But that wasn't what happened, I tell you. Newcastle never let their heads drop. They continued playing and they got a goal from Bruno Guimaraes. After that goal, they turned it up a notch again. They pressed and pressed and pressed. And finally, the roof came off. When I tell you, the roof came off when Osula scored the equalizer in the 88th minute. It was crazy scenes. I think the Newcastle fans in the stadium at that time after the equalizer thought they were going to go on and win the game because they were peppering Liverpool. It was shots after shots. It was corner after corner. But then in true Premier League style, in true Premier League fashion, Liverpool went on to win this game in the last minute with a goal from teenager Rio Ngomoa. It was a magical night for the teenager and yet another hard-fought win for Liverpool, and that win takes them up to third in the table, just behind Arsenal and Spurs and above Chelsea. So that's it for the review. Watch out for my preview video coming up on Friday. You know what to do already. If you haven't, please subscribe, smash a like on this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, so like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.